Alrighty, guys, welcome back to Highly Intuitive Mercury Oracle. So before I get into the message, I want to give y'all an overview of the messages I got this morning. As the collective, I'm going to say this for all of us because we are going through this. As we rise, as we go into these shifts, major blessings, cycles are closing out and blessings are being bestowed on the collective. Whatever it is that you manifesting, you hoping and wishing for, it is actually going to, manifest itself in real life. Okay. The reason why these people keep projecting, your enemies, people that came up against you, the very reason why I got this message, they have been energetically popping up in your downloads. Remember, I said in a previous message, pay attention to the red flags. You are seeing your enemies in your dream state, as you sleep. But really, you're not sleeping. You just having an outer body experience. And you can actually see, just like what the Bible says. Remember, it talks about how God sits on his throne and he sat back and he watched the devil. We are sitting back taking witness of what our enemies, family members, and people who got in bed with our relatives, ex-boyfriends and girlfriends, baby mothers, baby fathers, all of these people that are of the dark. They're projecting on you at this time. Some of you could have just had babies. Your children could be also, your small children can also feel the energy too, even though they may not understand what is going on, but you understand. And if you stumbled on this video, then it was meant for this message to find you. Remember, all of my messages, I don't say this often in my videos, but all of my messages are timeless. Whenever you click on this video, it was time for you to see. Okay. What I've been seeing is that my enemies, your enemies, they all have been behind the scenes projecting onto us at night. During the day as well too. They have spent majority of their time thinking, dwelling on, trying or wanting to hurt us, which no weapon form will prosper. Okay. They want to get away with the crimes that they have committed: fraud, stealing, slandering, using witchcraft and voodoo, to have the upper hand on, situations. These are very perverted people too. They think about sexual things that are nasty, that's not natural. They have serious problems, and the reason why you're seeing more and more of this behavior from them in the 5D is because there's major blessings again. Okay, major blessings coming in because collective, we have been putting in the work. We have been coming up out of systematically being programmed, brainwashed by this machine that they have created. Remember, the devil is your footstool, so there's nothing to fear. Okay, there's nothing to be afraid of because, like I said, your aunts, your uncles, cousins, mothers, and fathers, all of these people, exes who took the side of the devil, they're our footstool. They are slave. And they don't even get it. They don't understand it. All they know how to do is be set in their ways, be mad because things aren't going in their favor. It was never going to go in their favor in the first place because of how they went about it. Trying to destiny swap with people. Wanting and lusting over what someone else has. Oh, I know all about it because I'm going through it myself. But honey, no weapon form will ever prosper. Any negativity that's being projected towards me and the collective, my children and my grandchildren, it shall be returned back to the sender. No weapon form will ever prosper over me and mine. I don't care how much you watch and stalk. There's nothing wrong with watching. But when you're projecting negative energy on to somebody because they're catching on to a scandal. You know, y'all wanted to unalive somebody, homicide somebody. So let's hop into it. Let's get down to it, guys. I'm sweating now as I channel this energy, okay? This energy, this might be, let's see what's going on here. And they will pay dearly for what they're doing. They will. Just know that. Have faith and believe that. They are going to pay for stalking, energetically, physically. They will pay for the crimes that they committed against the collective. They may have gotten away with this with other people, but there's an in particular group I'm hearing that was meant to be their karma. For God prepares a table in the presence of your enemies. And that's what's going on. Something is there's a breakthrough. So get ready. For some of you who don't understand just yet, they want you to focus on them, so you won't focus on what you... That's another thing I heard. They want you to focus on them, and I'm sweating like a Hebrew slave over here. It's just a term I like to use. But look at my hands. Look, sweating. Look at my face. Y'all see that? Sweating. Every time I tap it, and this is how I know that they're attacking me, because I also go through this at night too, and I can see them clear as day. I can see you, Sharon. I can see you, Shannon. I can see, I see other people too, but I just want to name those two. I see other people too, y'all friends that y'all grew up with as well too. I know them too, like Jamal, Monica, Kenny. I see them too. And y'all thought that Sharon was this God-fearing person. This is a witch that y'all are in bed with. And I see you too, Gary. So now you want to start attacking my kids? Okay. Y'all fate is coming so sooner than what y'all think. I already told y'all. I already saw y'all was going to be executed. I don't have to worry about any. I never worried about you guys in the first place. But I'm aware, very aware of what's been going on and what you've been doing at this time. Depart from me. Negative energy. Depart from me. No weapon formed will ever prosper against myself, my children, and the collective. I return any negative energy back to sender. 20 times fold. Let's get some cards out here. Let's see. They feel some type of way. I don't care. That's your problem. That's the bed you made for yourself. You should have been focused on your own life. But instead, you want a destiny swap because you have entity attachments. That's what this is. Y'all are entrapped. Y'all trapped by the devil. Because that's what you chose. And I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel pity. For what? That's what you chose. All right, so let's get it out here. Let's see what cards come out this deck. Mr. T says, I pity the fool. And y'all were definitely fools for what y'all did. You think that's going to get my attention and I'm supposed to be afraid. Shit, you need to be afraid of me. But I see that y'all not, but it's okay. What did the Bible say? What does God say? They forgot what fear of the Lord is, honey. Fear of the Most High. We ain't talking about these regular people out here that's in some power and they want you to fear them. I fear no government. I fear no institution, okay? So let's make that straight, honey. I follow all of God's laws and his commandments. Y'all over there thinking and wishing, you know, all up in my business. Thinking what y'all think about me, which y'all are so wrong. But it's okay. I have nothing against weed smokers. Y'all smoke cigarettes. I think cigarettes is way worse. It's already been a proven fact that cigarettes are way worse than any doggone blunt that I ever smoked. There's a thug that's hood rich. That's you, Gary. And poverty and despair energy. Yes, positivity, love, manifesting dreams, inner beauty. You could be seeing angel numbers 10, the angel number 1, 0. What did I say, collective? You are of positivity. This thug that's hood rich and that's in poverty and despair. Yeah. In the distant future, a lot was said, a lot was done, and none of it was true. So y'all been spreading rumors, saying negative things about the collective. Like I say, destiny swapping, because these are your desires. Let's say that I do smoke weed. What does that have to do with you? My point exactly. My point exactly. If I was a stripper, what does that have to do with you? This is my life we're talking about, the collective's life. I'm just using that as an example. I'm just using these things as an example. Y'all have been obsessed with the wrong things, man. Really have. And then y'all are big liars. Fraudulent people. And that's because y'all have this entity attachment. There's a fire sign that keep it secret. Took something that belonged to you. Whoever this person is, they're experiencing emotional blocks, not being open to receive love. Yeah, they're not of love at all. They're of evil. Disharmony, unions are being disrupted that they are a part in. This group has been completely torn apart. Separation, healing past trauma. So this is what they tried to do to you. This is why they invade your energy. They've been trying to hex you with some type of dark magic that they've been using. They wanted you to experience emotional blocks and not being open to receive love, because this is the energy that they're in, because they're in bed with the devil. They are experiencing disharmonies, unions. This is what they wanted for you, though, collective. They wanted you to have nothing. And this is crazy, because this is exactly the energy that I was thinking last night. But you had already healed. It's confirmation you healed this. Now the shoe is on the other foot. They down bad. Your silence speaks violence because you don't fuck with them. Instead, you go on social media and you talk about the things that they did. A deceitful person. Yep. You are a very important person. You need to see the value you bring to a relationship. And this is talking about a spiritual relationship, a divine union, one with the universe. This ain't talking about no relationship with Gary. We done been there, done that. You had your opportunity and you chose to do other things. Like this auntie and your cousins and people, they chose to do other things. They had an opportunity. You only get one shot. What did Eminem say? You only get one shot. And this is your chance. And that's exactly, and they blew their chance. Because opportunity comes one in a lifetime. The chance to blow. Because opportunity, and look at what's at the front. God prepares a table in the presence of your enemies. Something big and major is a breakthrough for you, collective. And this is why they're bombarding you, your children, and everybody's energy that fucks with you. 15 on the clock. Somebody's birthday could be on the 15th. We know Dr. Martin Luther King just had a beautiful, beautiful birthday, even though he's no longer with us. And rest in peace, Jesse Jackson, who passed away 2 days ago. May his soul rest in peace. Let's get to this message. Eminem. You only got one shot, and don't miss your chance to blow, because opportunity come once in a lifetime. You should have pulled the trigger, honey, when you first met me. The ex was the hitman. Somebody ex was the hitman. Wasn't gonna do shit. How is studying the dark arts working out for you, Gary? Just know that you got children too. Baby mothers too. But I forgot, you don't care about any of them. You just use them. Make it seem like, you know, you're a providing father and all of this, but you're really a demonic entity. I've seen you, honey. You got an entity attached to you as well, too. I saw it. But I just wanted to show you that you had no power, and you don't. I have all the power. Don't you know? Simply viva. Live forever. Let's hop into it. Let's see what the spirits have for us today. Let's hop into it. Let's see. No weapon form will prosper. I return any negative energy that was bestowed on me and my family while we slept. I send it right back to y'all. Times 1,000,000. Let's hop into it. Yeah, they was cutting up in my energy last night. They definitely watching me. People who are connected to these people, I could see them as I, you know, do my grocery shopping and things of that nature. I see them following me. Honey, I'm ready. Spiritually ready and physically married. Spiritually and physically ready. But I already know I don't have to do anything but just be me. Talking about y'all makes y'all mad. Yep, 9 of coins. We got the 9 of coins with the 7 of coins. Ew. Like I said, this thug who's hood rich, who is maybe wealthy, but they're not spiritually wealthy. They're on the dark side. This person made an investment. Time's running out. Cycle is closing probably. That's the only closest my auntie can have to wealth is this thug. This street hood rich nigga. I'm sorry, ninja. That was the spirit in me that said that, because I normally don't use that word. But could be a truck driver, you know. Could be a chef, a caterer. All these different titles. Trying to be something they not. Knowing what I know now, I wouldn't trust this person with a 10-foot pole. This was the same person that tried to bait me with $20,000. But I hate to just, I'm not gonna say anything. It doesn't matter. My wedding ring is worth that. And more. Yep, so they're running out of time for something. They have been, whoever this person is, they have been manifesting With the Four of Swords, in their personal time, they've been doing something in their personal time. Manifesting. Been astral planing to me and my family. That's what you've been doing. Because they want the focus to be on them, but the focus is not on them. We're just going to expose them on social media. Yep, they're under judgment. This person is under judgment. They're at a crossroads. Yep, because of a betrayal. And they was already told to walk away. You know, lay these swords down. But they're in bed with my aunt. Oh, I seen it. In bed with them. This is somebody who was materialistically wealthy. Worldly riches. They made some type of investment where time has ran. Yeah. And they've been sitting back. Yep, they've basically been manifested a new cycle to be a part of some more betrayal. That's what I feel like. They have been investing in trying to betray somebody that's in the collective. This could be your ex. This could be your brother, your sister. Yep, they have. Look at all of this money. They invested a lot of money. Again, wanting to have a new beginning so they can betray you, stab you in the back. Look at this. This is crazy. They've been holding on to somebody who is a hierophant, the collective. This is exactly what it is. You're showing up as a hierophant and the high priestess energy. This is powerful. This is confirmation. Hood rich, a thug. That's materialistic, and this person is into the dark arts. They invested some money into something. They invested their time into resting, meditating. But they're under judgment for this. Oh, no. Yes, they is. They're under judgment. And I'm also getting that they made a decision to betray somebody. Somebody with the Ace of Coins. Remember, I showed y'all the first cup was the Ace of Cups. God prepares a table for you in the presence of your enemies. This is why they up the antics with the astral planing and attacking, coming directly in the 5D, trying to attack you, your children, and your grandchildren, and even your pets. Yes, they have. All because you spoke the truth on a scandal. Says a lot was said and a lot was done, and none of it was true. This person been behind the scenes talking shit about you to people. Yes, it is. With the Three of Coins. They've been collaborating with other people. Talking shit. Somebody is planning to take action. This person could be planning to take action. Well, in the midst of them taking action, I already saw this. They're going to be unalived. Now, I don't know how this is going to happen, but the way it was shown to me, and I had already told this person, and what did he say? Oh, yo, that was my cousin Lorenzo. God didn't show me Lorenzo. He showed me you. Lorenzo was never the problem. You were the problem. That's what Spirit showed me. So, oh, that was Lorenzo. Lorenzo got taken down by the feds. I'll never forget he said that. And I'm thinking while he was telling me that, but this was at the time I didn't even know all of this was going on. Started having downloads when I started changing my life around. And I just changed my life around because that's what I wanted to do. It had nothing to do with whatever my auntie did to me in the past. It had nothing to do with that. But then when I realized, when I started making certain changes in my life, like for example, I stopped eating meat. When COVID was when actually before COVID, I stopped eating meat like in what was it? This 2020, believe it was 2019 is when I stopped eating meat. Yep. And then it was 2020 during COVID when I started having these strange downloads about people who I once were entertaining, and Spirit was showing me how it was something about some money. The way the first dream happened, I could see my auntie and her daughter going to a bank. They were projecting onto me going to the bank and withdrawing money out of an account. I didn't know what the hell this was. And I mean, I remember the dream, but shit, I didn't know what the hell Spirit was showing me. Then I started having dreams about my ex, and then the only thing I saw was how this ex was very obsessed with trying to get back with me. But even when I saw in the visions that he was trying to get back with me, I saw there was no love exactly. Like I didn't see any love. I didn't see nothing. It's just, he just wanted to get back with me. He was projecting onto me how he wanted to marry me. Spirit was showing me, and he wanted to have a kid with me too. That was another thing I was seeing, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was being and then I started seeing. Now this is another thing Spirit wanted me to say. Now this ain't, I was cut off. With this, a lot was said, a lot was done, and none of it was true. Somebody could have been projecting onto you in this masculine's energy. That's another thing I was getting to. Somebody was using this masculine because they know that this masculine, because that's what I'm getting at. Okay, so when I had that dream, I could see this masculine's baby mother, at least one of them. I don't know which baby mother this is. I feel like this is the Tony chick. It's something about her. She has very oily skin. Whichever one of these baby mothers is, and this baby mother, you know what? I'm just gonna keep that to myself. That's not nice. No, I can't say this because she was attacking me. And I could see her sitting down at the table doing witchcraft with other people, other relatives, other friends, people that support her. But what stood out, there was this thing with them. Like, it looked human. It's in human form, but it's actually a demon that was also there with them, also partaking in spell work. And I could see them sitting like in her living room. I think it was her living room. And I could see where she really wanted to fight me. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, I mean, excuse me. Sorry. I'm thinking to myself, like, who the fuck is this chick? Like, I don't even know who to, like, and I could see all this spiritual warfare going on with me. And that's when I screamed out and I said, get out of my head, because I felt like in that moment, if I had to take a stab, that's what woke me up. I knew somebody was doing spiritual work on me. I could feel it. And that's what woke me up. That happened during COVID. And then I could actually see somebody sent a dark entity to me, to my home, and I could see it. I wasn't afraid of it. But my ancestors were, and this is when also too, my photographer out of nowhere told me, he was like, man, I'll pay for you to go to a Reiki session. And I'm like, what is Reiki? I never heard of Reiki. And he started explaining to me what Reiki was. And a lot of people are scared of spirit, like of spirit, but I guess I was built for this shit because I'm not afraid of it at all. I understand it. I get it. But my Reiki instructor, she told me some very important things that she could even see in my energy, and it made sense why this guy. And it's crazy because it made me think back to things that was said to me in my younger years that I remember, but I never really like paid attention to. I never like, but other people in my past told me that when they see me, it's like I have a bright aura. I have and I didn't know what the fuck they was. I just thought they was just saying that shit just to, you know, flirt with me or whatever. I just brushed it off, but I never forgot it. It always stayed with me. Talking about this is really making me hot, and I'm sweating too. So I feel very strongly. I know without a doubt that my auntie has been going out, Sharon Lee Van Buren. Yes, you have, bitch. Yes, you have. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. It's the spirit in me that's very pissed off. I'm channeling energy. So if you don't like the fact that I cuss, then you could just move on to somewhere else. Because I get so tired of people trying to talk about old cussing. Honey, when y'all don't think the spirit gets mad and gets upset. Yes, he does. So I'm not going to do that with you guys. But anyways, this ex's baby mothers, both of his baby mothers are partaker in this. Because I saw the one chick. And I know what I'm going through because this is the same chick that came. I think this is the first baby mother. Because this is the same chick whose daughter hair that I did for her homecoming. And she looked so beautiful. She looked just like her dad, though. She looked so cute. I was so proud of my art, my work. And then he showed me the pictures of how she looked, her dress. She looked so beautiful. I never got a chance to tell her that. But I told him that. She just looked so beautiful. She did. His daughter, she just looked so beautiful. But when they came to pick her up, somebody was standing outside of my shop taking pictures of me. And that's when I knew. So they're using those pictures that they took of me. So both his baby mother are witches. They both partake in cult practices. And it's crazy because in real life, I will beat the shit out these women. I really would. I will beat the shit out of them. I really would. But anyways, something is going down with this masculine. And something is going in, whoever you are, the Hierophant, it's an institution that's involved in this, and there's a high priestess. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clarify this Hierophant card, and I'm going to clarify this priestess card. So what I got is, and oh God, the judgment. This person is under judgment. They made a decision to use their whatever. God gave them another chance. They choose to use their cycles to betray somebody. If the Ten of Swords, in some cards, in some decks, the Ten of Swords means walking away, healing from betrayal. Let me see if that's what this is. I don't want to read this the wrong way, because I've had dreams, and like I say, y'all, you have to be you got to use your discernment, because the enemies will use loved ones against you. So whoever, okay, so whoever this person is okay, so this thug, okay, so let me reword this. This whoever, okay, so I'm gonna just say Gary. So Gary is upset. He's mad. He made a decision to inflict pain on me because I rejected his advances. And see, I'm the type of person is, when we were together, that was the time for you, like I just said with the Eminem, to give the relationship all you had, but you didn't. So this person is mad because you broke off a relationship with them. And if you think if you think that we're going to get back together, it's not happening, because you've already shown me who you are. I don't play games with people. This person wants to attack me because of the Ace of Coins. Messages. The golden child. The Eight of Coins talks about, let's see, let's look it up. This person is mad because I'm coming into some treasure, some riches, some prosperity, attainment, recognition, contentment, fulfillment. May relate to work, pregnancy, actual pregnancy, and also it can mean pregnant with a lot of creative ideas, childbirth, etc. Because when he came back to me, he wanted to, before I found out, I was already having dreams about stuff. I was. And this person was projecting onto me, projecting how they wanted to marry me and have a child with me. And it's like, I'm not going to cap, I was already disgusted because you went back to Tony and Taisha. Then you have a child by both of them women, and in the same year, you got both of them pregnant. So that speaks a lot to me. I'm not that kind. Taisha, you are Taisha's and Tony's man. You're not my man. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't understand this. This person wants to collab with me. This person is mad. That's what this is. This is what this is. So you're definitely dealing with a man who is under judgment. Also, he made a decision with the Ten of Swords. Here we go. This is somebody who is materialistically wealthy. This normally a card is saying somebody who is also wealthy, somebody who's favored. This person could be favored, but I haven't seen anything that shows me that he's favored by God. I have not seen anything. The only thing I've seen from day one since I met him was trouble. I felt it when he wasn't around me. I felt him doing something in secret against me for 2 years straight. I put up with this shit because I couldn't understand it. And then when I went and had a reading done, the lady told me that he was still having sex with his baby mother. Everything he told me about her was the truth, with the exception that he was still fucking her. So I figured, well, if he's still fucking her, there's still got to be, some type of romantic feelings there. Me personally, I don't just have sex with people just cause. That's not me at all. I have sex with you because I either like you or I'm attracted to you. I don't go around just fucking niggas just cause. Like, it takes too much energy. I don't do that. I just don't do that. And if that's what other people do, that's their business. I'm focused on me. I'm not focused on, so stop comparing yourself to me, because we are different. But me, I don't do that. This person made an investment. Their investment was they put work into manifesting something. This person has been, they have been behind the scenes manifesting. With the Four Swords. So this man is favored. I'm going to read what it says. The nine of coins. And I'm going to clarify that too, because I want to make sure he's favored. But the Nine of Course is talking about somebody who has material comfort, wealthy. I mean, yes, I know that he has money, but at the end of the day, I wasn't with this person because of his money. It was energy. And when I realized that he really wasn't pouring into the relationship the way that he should have, to me, that's a red flag. You're not the person for me. Like, don't get me wrong, you need money to live. But at the end of the day, you wasn't spending money on me like that. You wasn't. I'm going to just keep it real. You wasn't. At the end of the day, you was not. No, you was not giving me money or doing anything of that nature to the degree where I felt like, oh, I should just drop my pennies for you. Oh, I should just give you everything because you do so much for me and you do so much for this connection. No, I never felt that energy at all. If anything, like I said, I only saw you maybe. I felt like I was in a relationship with somebody who was serving in the military, and that's exactly. I felt like I was in a relationship with somebody that was in the military, and I said, hell no, I don't know how these women could be involved with a man. And like I said, it got to be the money. I can remember 3 times this man has given me money physically. One time he gave me $300. I don't know what I was supposed to do with that, but but look, when I look back on it now, compared to what how my husband treat me that I'm with now, yeah, no. One time he gave me $300. Then there was a second time where when I used to dance, because I told y'all I met this person at the bar when I was bartending. Then the second time I remember he gave me like $200. And I think those are only 2 times I can remember that this man. And then it was an energy. I always picked up on this energy where I don't know how to explain it, but when he came around and we would talk about life, we would talk about life. You know, we did have deep conversations. We did. But the thing was, he was more focused on his money, and he was more focused on being a father and also getting in and out of Tony and Taisha's coochie. And I accepted that. I'm not mad. I moved on with my life. I realized that this is not the man for me. And I broke off this relationship with him. I did. We're not never getting back together. We're good. You know? And at the end of the day, I know what I bring to the table. And me personally, because I always knew that I had gifts. But I was not just going to be with any man. Yes, I command a lot. I do from a man. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to beg for it. You have to already be in the position to want to give to somebody like me. And if you don't want to give to somebody like me, that's fine. Like, I'm not mad. It's so many men out here. I'm not an ugly person. I can have any fucking man I want. I can. Because I'm that chick. I know I can. And that's why I'm with the person I'm with now. Because when he came into my life, he was in the position to help me and give to me in any kind of way that I needed. That $300 you gave me that one time, I was getting that every week and then some. So I already knew that, yeah, and it's crazy because you're hood rich, right? You got way more money than the average person that works. But see, my husband is very successful in what he does. He went to college, he got a degree, and he makes damn good money. And when he was blessed with what he was blessed with, he was able to bless me and help me level up. And see, that's the type of man I want. I don't want nobody that, like God says, I don't want no grievous giver. I want a cheerful giver. And my husband, who I'm with today, he was a cheerful giver. Anything I asked him for, I felt comfortable with asking him for things because that's the vibe he gave to me. Said, Gary, you never did that. What you did to me was complained about how the women in your life was this and that. You talked about your mother and you said things about you. I'm not going to go into details about what you said, but at the end of the day, you know what you told me. You know what you said. And you always was talking about, oh, ain't nobody going to treat me like a sucker. And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, you're bringing baggage from old relationships into a new relationship. I'm completely different. You treated me like I was your mother or your baby mothers or like some hoe in the street. Okay. And that's fine. And you reap what you sow. You sow negative seeds. You come into a relationship with negative attitude and negative baggage. I'm going to mirror that same energy back to you. You was cheating on the relationship. You was cheating on me with other people. And that's a fact. So, I mean, I'm not mad about it. I accepted it. I moved on. I forgave you, moved on. But anyways, you was dealing with a thug, somebody who is very material. What does it say? I already know what the cards mean. I just want y'all to understand where I'm coming from with my logic and the message. 9 of coins, it says material comfort. This Gary he did have money. He sure did. He probably still do got money to this day. He's very abundant. He don't want for anything. He's very accomplished. This person has, is in danger. Yes, he is. 9 of coins. Then we move down to the 7 of coins, which is talking about he made an investment. Okay. 4 of swords talks about the investment was manifesting, wishing and hoping upon a star, because this person is in spiritual depth and despair. That's why I say y'all got to look beneath the surface with people. When people come into your life with all of this money and whoop-de-woo, everything may seem whoop-de-woo, but how did he get this money? Exactly. This person is under judgment because they're at a crossroads. Also, too, they made a decision to come after somebody who is positively, somebody who is loving and manifesting their dreams, somebody who is beautiful on the inside and out. Okay, this could be him, but that's not what Spirit showed me. If I had already told you I don't want to be in a relationship with you, then you should move on. You moved on with Cashmere, honey. You moved on with Marvelous. You moved on with Tila. You moved on with Tony and Taisha. Why you can't keep moving on and living your life? I'm trying to understand that. Yep, they're crying about a betrayal. The 10 of Swords says it right here. Says affliction, sadness, grief, pain, grievances. We can let things drag us down or pick ourselves up and move on. Faith when the chips are down. It's only a matter of time and choice before turning the page. So I'm asking you, why haven't you moved on with your life? Why are you so invested in somebody that you cheated on? You went back to Tony and Taisha. You had children with them, more kids, even after you talked about them the way you did to me with the first kids. But I guess this is your MO. You like to talk about all your girlfriends to each other so you can get us to argue over you. No, I don't do that. That's childish to me. I'm too busy wasting my time buying chinchillas and going on vacations, paying my bills, driving luxury cars and living in nice homes and nice communities. That's what I'm invested in. I'm not worried about no bop. I'm not worried about somebody. I'm not worried about that. But anyways, this person is needs to turn a page. The Ace of Coins. Let's move it. Things is going down for this person. It's not looking well. Things are going down. I'm going down. So this person betrayed you for treasures, riches, prosperity, attainment, and recognition. And they was content with that. Whoever you are, yep, this is what this person did. They betrayed you for money. Yep, Capricorns 10. That's one of the reasons why I don't really, I stopped dealing with Capricorns, because it seems like every Capricorn I meet, they're very materialistic and superficial and very jealous of other people. They hide this. They do. They hide. This is why they work so hard, because they are obsessed with money. They are. And this is why they love working. And this is what I learned about him. He loves working. Don't get me wrong, I love working too, but I also make time for my family. But I forgot, I'm not your family. I was the sacrifice. So that's why you treated me the way you did. Oh, let me tell you how disloyal this person is. So when I told him that I was a hairstylist, right, and I was braiding hair at the time, instead of him waiting, he made an appointment. Actually, he popped up on me. He didn't make an appointment. He popped up on me at a shop to get his hair braided, right? But instead, he didn't wait for me to braid his hair. He let another chick braid his hair that worked at the shop, which is cool. But the same chick that he ended up letting this girl braid. And this is another thing I didn't know about him too at the time, but it just dawned on me now. He ended up coming back to the same salon, right, and requested me. So the girl who originally braided her hair got mad at me, and I didn't even know that this had happened till after the fact. Okay, and I ended up confronting him about this. He likes attention. He likes for women to argue over him, fight over him, fuss. And see, I'm not that type of person. I don't argue and fight over a person. And this is how I knew that he was, at the time, I did not know this, but many, many years later, I realized what was going on. I started putting it all together. So I ended up removing myself from that salon because what he did started a big shit show with that girl. She ended up poisoning me. Yes, she did. She ended up poisoning me. Oh, yes. And when I say the karma, what goes around comes around. Oh, she ended up having it worse than what I did. But she did. She put something in a drink. I had a can of pop on my station that I had left open. And while I wasn't around, she waited till I left, and she slipped one of her pills into my drink. And I ended up getting sick. My body rejected it immediately. When I went and had a reading done, that's when I found out that she poisoned me. Because she was mad that the guy, This person does a lot of petty. This is a very unhealed man. I'm going to just call it what it is. So this person betrayed you for money. They collaborated with some other people to do this because of a collaboration. They're in bed with other people that are against you. They are against you because the Ace of Wands. You, again, with the Ace of Coins. This all talks about how you are, you come from a royal bloodline. And you didn't realize that you was kicking it with demons. People in the flesh, but they worship the Baphomet behind closed doors. This person knew that you was creative. They knew that you were going to be somebody someday. So this person only wanted to be with you because of money, because of your status, your position. See, and then the coins start going up, which means this is going in whoever you are, the Hierophant and the High Priestess energy, right? Because remember, starts off with the 9 of coins. Then it goes down. This person is going down. See, look at the 9 of all of these coins. They're going down. And then what goes up is how this person took treacherous action towards you with the 4 of Swords. A lot of communication behind the scenes and taking action. Ruthless conversations about you because you know the truth and you know why this person was in your energy, because they're in bed with my aunt. The devil has been trying to infiltrate me, infiltrate my energy by any means possible. And that's exactly what these people have been trying to do. They've been trying to energy harvest off of me by any. So if I respond to them in a negative way, that's giving them what they want. And that's why I laugh, because I already know what's going on. I've been knowing what was going on. I just wanted them to know that you have no power. Whatever it is that you were trying to do, you're trying to unalive me, you know, bringing other people out with us. That's why I said when we went on dates, we never really went on a date by ourselves. It was always his entourage of friends around, and I never understood that. I never understood that. Why is every time you come around me, you got to have Bob, you got to have Philip, you got to have, What's his cousin's name? That's a Pisces. And I notice everybody around you are crackheads. See, they don't look like crackheads on the outside because they dress in a certain kind of way. But on the inside, they on drugs, snorting coke, and doing all of this bullshit. What is his cousin name? Was it Ezel? No, it's not Ezel. Jeremiah. That's what his name was. You're bringing Jeremiah around. Motherfucking Ronnie around. Bob around. All of these people that you got to have around you to be. And that's how I know you're not the person for me. You are a fucking demon. That's exactly what the fuck you are. A fucking demon. Just like my Aunt Sharon. A demon. And I can see it. So with that being said, they was only around you because they was paid. They wanted some type of clout. They're holding on to something that belongs to you for stability with the 4 of coins. Because as we see, it goes up again. Which means things are turning out in a Hierophant and a High Priestess favor. The Hierophant can be a church. It could be religious people, a religious group, a group of people. It can also represent the government too. A group, an entity within the government system. And a high priestess, most definitely. So with that being said, I'm going to test something out. I've never done this before, but I'm going to test something out. What is this 9 of coins? Let's clarify the 9 of coins. I'm going to clarify the Judgment, and I'm going to clarify the Hierophant and the High Priestess energy. Y'all all are fucking crazy, and I'm just going to call it what it is. Y'all done lost y'all mother effing minds. If you ever thought you was going to one-up me. I already told you. We're not going back. I gave you a chance. Time and life goes on. You had already shown me with your actions. When you went back to Tony and Taisha, when you did that 4-year bid, you didn't know. I already knew. But I just wanted to see how far you was going to take this. I just wanted to see how far you was going to go. Y'all all are liars and thieves. And it took all of y'all to try to take little old me down, which never was going to work. I am an old soul. I've been you before already. Yep. This person is watching you. They daydream about you a lot. What else, Spirit? What else is going on with this person? They are oblivious and they are stressed out. You see how the blood vessels in this person's eyes? The all-seeing eye. And he does have a pyramid tatted on his throat. He also got devil horns tatted on his head as well, too. I keep forgetting about those, but when I do those readings, they come out, honey. The spirit in me don't forget shit, honey. Spirit take note of everything that's going on, only for it to be brought back to you. Remember the devil's advocate? When his father told him, oh, you need to go be with Alice. She needs some attention. Remember you said, and he said it exactly in his voice, oh, if I don't go back and be with her, then she's going to hate me for it. See how the devil has no power over me, and he knows it. He has power over you. Damn. Yep. This person is in anxiety. I told you, poverty and despair. That's what he in. Yeah, he may look like he got money on the outside, honey. He could probably... I'm not going to say that. I want to, but I'm not even going to say that. I'm not going to say it. Honey, he could probably rock your world and all of that, honey. But that shit don't mean nothing to me. It's the money first. Then it's the rock your world. Bitch, I can give a fuck about some motherfucking dick. I really can't. I don't give a fuck about no dick, honey. I need the bills, honey. The bills need to be paid. And hey, I like what I like. It ain't all about sex to me, honey. It's a mixture of a lot of different things. But this person is they in the dark, yeah. Yeah, whoever this person, this thug, this fire sign, honey, they are all in poverty and despair because they wanted to get paid. They wanted to steal from someone who's a part of the collective. Y'all wanted to, yep, so ain't no more cards coming out. So let's get judgment. So it's confirmation that whoever this person is that's superficial on the outside, you know, this person may look good, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, he's a nice looking person, you know, but at the end of the day, I like my men to have muscles. That's what I like. Honey, you see, I'm a bad chick, honey. I'm built. I'm not fat. I don't got, you know, love handles. Honey, I look good. I look good, damn good for my age, honey. You don't see no wrinkles. I have no gray hair. I don't have bad health, honey. I want a man. I need to be like my husband. He needs to have a motherfucking body, baby. I like my man to be looking a certain way. Yep. So, oh, look at what came out. So, judgment. So, okay, so we're showing up love. Okay, love what? What they love to do. Let's see. I'm not going to jump too quick, but love what? Because this person kept telling me they love me, but I'm thinking to myself, well, you can't possibly love me because you don't treat me the way that I need to be treated. So this person is making a decision to play and act like they love. Or maybe they did love you at one point, and now they see who you really are. They look at you as you the enemy. I was never the enemy. You shouldn't have played your hand with me the way you did. So love what? Ooh. They love to keep secrets. See, I already knew that. But I didn't want to speak too soon. So let's go on to this Hierophant card. You're showing up as being balanced. So I feel like the Hierophant and the High Priestess is the same energy. So I'm going to pull these for both. You're showing up as being balanced. The Hierophant, they also want me to say for the High Priestess, the Hierophant is your spiritual family, the ancestors and things that are crossed over that is here protecting you, guiding you through this time. So you're showing up as being balanced. Yin and yang is balanced. Your masculine and feminine duality is balanced. You're healed. Which what says right here, it says this earth sign and this fire sign came together because they wanted to create emotional blocks for you. They wanted you to not be open to receive love. They wanted disharmony in your life. If you're in a relationship now, whether it's with a man or a woman or children, they wanted those relationships to be disrupted. They wanted y'all to be in separation. Remember, I told y'all it was my auntie's idea to put me and my brothers in foster care when we was kids. When my grandmother was already receiving financial support for us, and then my grandmother decided that she was just going to lie to the government. And this is why I feel like she had help within the government, because I went to the government offices to report this and they never looked into it and they never did anything about it. And I feel like it was intentional. I do feel very strongly in my own personal situation as well as with other people that's in the collective. There were certain entities within the government that is also responsible for this scandal too. Okay. They wanted y'all to be separated. And this is exactly and this is what I fought at my grandmother for, because she lied, wrote letters to the government, foster care, saying that she wasn't receiving anything, which they have on record that you're getting my father's Social Security and you was getting food stamps and medical and a check for my brothers and them. So I didn't understand why she would make up that lie and tell lies like that. But that's what she did. And she got away with it. But she got away with it in the eyes of man. But she didn't get away with it in the eyes of the Most High. And she was plagued with sicknesses. All kinds of stuff happened to my grandmother because she stole money from me. And then she promised that she would pay it back. But I never received anything. So anyways, they wanted this earth sign along with this fire sign. And like I said, it don't have to be earth and fire signs for you. It could be other zodiac signs. Take what resonates. I'm just pulling what is on my card. It says emotional blocks. They wanted you to be emotionally blocked, feeling unwanted, feeling rejected. They wanted you to not be open to receive love. They wanted you to stay mad at the choices that they made, which you never did, because you accepted that that's their life. And if that's what they chose for their own life and salvation, then so be it. You know, they wanted you to be in disharmony. They wanted unions. So if you have children, friends, lovers, they wanted all of this to just be in chaos. They wanted you to be separated. They want you to just feel low. But it says you healed from this. That's what it says. You healed from this. You understand that these are the choices that they made. So anyways, let's clarify. You are balanced. What else, Spirit, do you want me to feminine energy. See? You are balanced. You're not unstable. Can't make it up. Is there anything else? Yep. You're also nurturing. Is there anything else, Spirit? And Lord have mercy. Look at this. And you are telling the truth. I know I'm telling the truth. I never lied about any of this. And I never lied to anybody about what my intentions was. Yep. So with that being said, guys, the bottom line is that this thug and this fire sign, but like I said, you could be any zodiac sign in that could be going through this. These people have been behind the scenes manifesting, astroplaning to you. They're under judgment for this. They is. They love keeping secrets, but then trying to attack you, you know, behind the scenes. They want, I'm hearing for some of you, they want to take the attention off of you and put it on them. Because they don't want you focusing on whatever this prosperity. There's a new beginning coming for you of prosperity and riches, creative ideas. All right. So with that being said, I'm just leave that message right there. And y'all have a fabulous one.